this guy's a player that's holding himself at 90 with the maturity he's playing at a level, it's beyond his years. That is one thing you cannot deny. He's playing at a level that's beyond his years. He's playing like he's what, 25 to 26 now. But right now he's only 19.
But why is that, Saeed?
Why is that? Because he's ahead of his years and he's shown it. He's
why
way
though?
ahead of his years development.
But why?
What do you mean? Why? He's that good. He's that good.
I don't think so. You know what I think?
Go on.
Actually, no. It's what I know. It's because of his physicality. That's what it is. Because he's built like a man. That's it. He's built like a man. So he's playing with men, and everyone's saying, "Oh, he's above his years and all of that, bro." He's built like a man. You know, like that. So
you're saying technically the way he's been playing in games, sometimes you see the goals he's scoring, you see the impact in the game he's having. So you're saying that's just because he's built like a specimen. Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, of course, bro. He's built like a man, bro. Like he is. It's the same with Wazza, bro. When you looked at Wayne Rooney, Wayne Rooney was built like an absolute tank, bro, at 16 years old, bro.
Yeah, I get that. But it's something that he can't help. I don't think that you're putting an argument.
Man's not talking about the help and that, bro. I'm telling you, when you break down his game technically, and take the physicality out of it, like I don't see nothing mad special about him. I don't. That is my argument. Do you know what I mean? I'm not saying that you have to take his athleticism away from it, but I'm saying, for 120 million, for this youth, like, bro, how much is he really going to improve, blood? How much is he going to improve?
Worth about 80 million, probably. That's what I would say, max 80 million.
Bro, maximum.
Do you know what I'm saying? But again, I don't use that argument to beat down. I don't use that to beat down on him. And that's the English tactics. Liverpool hyping him up. Again, he should not be worth. He was worth that when he was like 18. They were putting him into 120 million worth and that because of the market, the way it's inflated, the English tax. That's what it's become.
I hear what you're saying.
I think he's a good player that will only get better and better and better. I generally think that. You know what I'm saying to you? So I don't know, I think you're being harsh, but again, it's just the way maybe you see the way he plays. I don't know. I think he's got high ceilings. He's got high ceilings.
Bro, listen, see again.
Do you think he can improve? Let me ask you a question.
Of course he can improve, and he should improve, blood. He's a professional footballer. He trains every day. If he doesn't improve,
but you said sometimes, age doesn't matter. If I see a baller, I see a baller.
100%.
Okay, then that's good. That's good. Then I like that. Yeah,
he can improve, bro. But tell me, what's his game?
What's his box game? To box?
But what's his game though? Like
he arrives late in the box. He's composed technically, I think.
Bro.
He's got
hold on. When I say what's his game, like Patrick Vieira was a box to box,
Now Steven Gerrard more like that kind of way. Arrives late in the box. He's molded as a Steven Gerrard prototype.
Well then, and he don't strike the ball like Steven Gerrard, so
well, obviously that's we've seen that a bit early on. But
because when I say I'm asking what's his game, is because people can say box to box, but then that's a muddy analogy because that means anything in between them two boxes, you just do anything or anything. Like, what's your game? Like Dele Alli was a box to box or something, or was he a 10 or was he?
Dele Alli was more of a kind of Lampard. He was more arriving late in the box and kind of almost
exactly. Exactly. So when people say box to box, that's very vague. That's like if someone says to me, "What position do you play?" And I say, "Oh yeah, I'm a winger." Like, yeah, but what kind of winger are you? Like, do you know what I'm saying? What kind of box to box is he? Like, is he a goal scorer? Is he a combative midfielder that breaks up play? Is he someone that's going to dictate play? What kind of player is he? Because when I watch him, he doesn't do any of those things. Like
he doesn't dictate play. He's an engine in midfield. He like I said to you, he's composed technically.
That means if you had him, you still need a 10 and you still need a 6. So he's the guy. He's the in-between guy that kind of does a little bit of everything. Doesn't excel at anything.
He's a roaming 8. That's what he is. He's a roaming 8. That's what I would describe him as.
But this is what I'm trying to understand, bro. So if he's a roaming 8, in what mode? In what mode? A Jordan Henderson?
That's what in a Steven Gerrard mode. Because Steven Gerrard has that box to box about him.
Yeah, but he's nowhere near Gerrard for me though.
But again, this is what his level could get to. He's only 19.
But no. Listen, Saeed, he's an adult playing adult football, so I'm judging him like an adult playing adult football. I don't care about his age. I'm judging him as an adult because he's gonna go to Real Madrid and he's gonna expect to play. So why do I play you ahead of Tchouaméni? Why do I play you ahead of Camavinga? Why do I play you ahead of Valverde? What do you give me that they don't?
But look at Camavinga. That's a good example. He's playing at left back now. Sometimes he's playing centre mid. He's playing different roles. He's again developing his game.
Camavinga is a prime developing his game. I think Camavinga is a victim, of his versatility.
So now you're changing the argument then. But again, like I said to you, Jude Bellingham.
I'm not changing it. He's a victim of his versatility because, like I said about Saka and other guys, if you don't hold down a position for you, you'll get moved all over the gaff. Same thing happened to Pogba.
Yeah, of course. But again, I don't think there's a definitive kind of statement for Jude Bellingham. He right now is a box-to-box. He's a Roman 8. He's developing his style. Could he improve? Massively. I think technically there's levels to improve. He could end his career as maybe a sixth midfielder. I don't know. Right now, what he's doing at Dortmund, he's scoring goals, he's assisting, he's doing, that role there. He's giving that box-to-box role. I just feel like almost he's developing his game. I think right now you can't put him in a bracket saying, right, that's what he is and whatnot. It's a lot to improve on.
Exactly. So this is my argument. Your argument is for what you think he can become. My argument is for what I can see right now, Saeed. So we're not disagreeing. We're not disagreeing.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I mean?
I know.
I'm looking at what this guy can offer me right now because football is a what have you done for me lately sport, bro. Football's a ruthless business. Like, it's not, I don't bring in players for what they can give me in 3 years. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. I bring in players for what they can give me right fucking now. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, what he's developed, his what do you call it? His kind of what he's given and he's perceived people by is that he's a box-to-box, energetic midfielder, powerful engine. That's what he's given. That's what he's kind of given the people of, and that's all it is. You get
all right, cool. So if I'd never ever watched Jude Bellingham play, and you was trying to convince me, to sign him, or even to go and watch him as a scout, what would you tell me? What would you tell me he is?
I would say he's a young, composed, matured, playing ahead of his years, box-to-box midfielder who will get to maybe a stage where he could be considered world-class.
But world-class at what, Saeed? At passing and shooting?
World-class midfielder. Midfielder, all-round midfielder.
Okay, fair enough. All round. I hear that. No, I hear you.
I get it. I hear you. I'm giving you. I'm projecting. With Jude Bellingham, you're projecting. He's 19 years old.
But I hear that. But I'm not going to spend 120 million on a projection, blood.
But, bro, everything's projection now. It's Enzo Fernandez then. What's Enzo Fernandez then? It's projection.
It is, and it's overpriced projection, and I have the same opinion on Enzo Fernandez.
But that's where football is.
I have the same opinion on Enzo Fernandez, but I tell you what, Enzo Fernandez can turn on the ball, blood. He's got that little dink pass into the channels, and that Enzo's got a bit of sauce about it.
We can say about Jadon Sancho. Let me put the idea of Jadon Sancho. We know what his attributes were. And why is it never stipulated into the Premier League? Because that's not what his game is, and the Premier League isn't for that. Right now, Jude Bellingham might come to the Premier League and flopped. You never know.
Nah, I think physically, Jude.
Yeah, you're right.
He's physically better built for the Prem than Sancho.
Yeah, you're built for the Premier League. But again, look at Jadon Sancho. If you'd have said to me, you give me the attributes of Jadon Sancho in the Bundesliga, I would have been like, you know what? Fair enough. I'm willing to pay 120 million for that. The Premier League hasn't worked out. Again, everything's based on projection. When it's either it works or it doesn't work. It's an experiment.
Bro. I get that, but bro, these guys will tell you. I'm a big fan of Jadon Sancho, but there's videos out there. I said when he comes to the Premier League, he's gonna struggle initially. I said it.
Are you sure? I want to see the videos.
Bro, these men will tell you in the chat. Did I not tell you that it was gonna take him a while for him to settle in the Premier League? He was never gonna come and hit the ground running. They'll be honest and they'll tell you. There's videos out there, bro. Rick can saying it. I said it. I said it, bro. You know why? Because I'm not an idiot, bro. I understand that to be good in this league, you just got to have pace, blood. You're halfway there, bro. Certain men think Adama Traore is a good footballer, bro. He's fucking horrible. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, we brought in Paul Pogba. We never had a plan for him. We brought in Jadon Sancho. We didn't have a plan for him. Do you know what I mean? To get the best out of these players, you have to have a plan for them. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
And that's it. And we never had a plan for them.